you balanced? Are you balancing? Or are you off balance? I learned to be balanced from my days in the park. Not the typical lay on the blanket, watch the kids in the park, or lay on the beach towel, watching the kids in the pool, or laying out under the stars. However, having that peaceful time makes you well balanced. I learned how to be balanced from playground equipment. How many of you have ridden one of these? I compare my homeschooling days with this merry-go-round. How many of you are parents? Grandparents? Okay. Even for those of you who aren't parents, you probably run your life ragged like a merry-go-round. And I'm going to give you some examples. Usually in the middle of August, I load up my merry-go-round with lots of curriculum. I get it ready, I prepare it, just like the child that sits in the middle that's afraid of that centrifugal force. He gets to sit in the middle and watch everybody on the outside get sick to their stomach. But in the middle of August, I load up my merry-go-round with things for organizing my kids' curriculum, with activities. If you're parents, you know what I'm talking about. If you are not parents and you're building a business, you've probably got lots of activities as well. So in August, we start with signing my kids up for violin, for dance, taekwondo, scouts, children's choir. You've probably signed up your kids for, or they've come home and wanted to start basketball, volleyball, football, baseball, soccer, band, choir, or all the above. We load all this stuff up in August and we start pushing that merry-go-round. It's fun and exciting. It's almost like pushing the merry-go-round. And we go around and round. As we creep into September, we go a little bit slower because we're adding on maybe PTA meetings. We're adding on fundraisers. Oh, don't you love those fundraisers? And by mid-September, it's not so fun anymore. But we keep on going. And it keeps on getting faster and faster. And there's more recitals. There's more rehearsals. There's more, what would there be more of? Games, more practices. And we head into October. Did you know October has no celebrated holidays that you can take off? But it has that fun one at the end that you dress up for. But that's just more activities to get ready for. So we're going full bore into November. We see a little light at the end of the tunnel with Thanksgiving. But we keep going full bore right into cold and flu season. So now we've got doctor's visits. We've got sore throats. We've got colds. We've got flu. And if you're in my house, we've got bronchitis. But it slows down just a little bit for that 4-day weekend at Thanksgiving. But then it keeps on picking up once December hits. Now we've got Christmas shopping. We've got Christmas wrapping. We've got Christmas parties. We add it all. And then all of a sudden, we've got bloody knees. We're dragging around that merry-go-round. And then we collapse on Christmas Eve. Can you feel my pain? And we're exhausted. We're broke. And we're tired. And we have 2 weeks off till we start this all over again on January 3rd. My question to you is, do you control your calendar? Or does it control you? The best training I got during my network marketing days was taking your calendar and looking at it with colored markers. Hello, my name is Deanna, and I'm a colored highlighter and gel pen addict. But I was trained to take my calendar and block out times with these magic colors, and I'm going to share with you those colors. So if you've got a pen and paper and taking notes, get ready. First color is blue. I compare that with the sky. We need to spend time with our higher power, however you consider that, in prayer, in reading, in study. Block out those times. Church times, Bible study times, whatever that is for you. Green is your work time. Green is the color of money. Block out your work times, whether that be set deposition times, set office times, or translation times, transaction times. That's your green. Then, your pink is your learning time. So this conference tonight, or today, should be highlighted in pink. It's any time that you're going to be learning, growing, studying on specific activities related to your work. You always have to remember yellow. Yellow is fun. When my daughter looks at me when I'm in that grumpy, too much work mode, she says, "Mom, you need more yellow on your calendar." So I'm excited when I'm able to block out and put lots of yellow on my calendar. Yellow is fun. You've got to set aside time for movies, date nights, kids nights, pizza nights, whatever that means to you. But you've got to put it on your calendar and block it out. Orange represented the times that I taught my kids during school year. So this can be a miscellaneous color for you, but if you do any teaching, any training, that's the perfect color for that. There's one color missing on here, and that is purple. Purple is your personal time. You never want to forget how to implement personal time. That's quiet time. When we get to the letter T, you're going to learn how to spend that quiet time and what to do during that quiet time. So I encourage you to always block out your calendar with all 5 of these colors and have that purple in there. The next piece of playground equipment that I learned from is a teeter-totter. This is my son and I swear I'm the world's biggest teeter-totter. You may have had a bigger one. This is in Ohio at an RV park. With a partner, teeter-totters are awesome and fun. But when you're alone, what do? Teeter-totters usually sit heavier on one end, and you put your foot on, and you walk up the side, right? And you get up to that part, and balance, and you get to that middle, and try to balance exactly, then you run down the other side, right? I compared our year of going into my son's senior year to the teeter-totter. Because don't we jump in having a child and balancing that baby steps and those years of toddlerhood?
Hello.
And trying to keep our hair intact? And then the kids go into middle school and we're balancing, they're getting a little bit of freedom, we give them a little bit of that freedom, and then we back off and give them a little consequences, and then we go in and give them a little bit more freedom, back off with some more consequences. Then we go into the high school years, you're right at the center. They start driving on their own. They wreck the car. They start taking